Moving on, Copa America. So last night or Tuesday night, United States played Argentina, and that was a drubbing. We got completely outclassed. Now, not outworked, I don't know, outclassed. Hasn't Argentina had better players than we did on that pitch last night, and there was not much we can do about it. If we tried to attack, there were way too many options up front for a counter for Argentina. If we sit back, Argentina was just passing the ball around like a video game. So it was just unbelievable. It certainly didn't help that we had a mental lapse in like the 4th minute of the game. Like barely 3 minutes had passed, and Argentina's already up 1-0. Because Cal Beckham, I don't know what he was doing. And Brad Guzan, now, once the ball was in the air, like once Levesque hit the ball in the head, there was nothing Guzan could do about it. But you rewind, Guzan did not have to put himself into no man's land to begin with. So it was unfortunate that we had to be behind the back foot like that in the first place. You can't do that against the #1 team in the country. But that game, I think a lot of people expected that we were going to get beat by 2 to 3 goals. It was 4-0. I think the most frustrating part about it is that United States did not register a single shot, on target or off target. And that is unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. Now, what I'm thinking is that, let's just call it what it is. A lot of people can go for Jurgen Klinsmann anytime we lose because they expect us to be the best at everything. But it's become evidently clear, if not before last night, definitely more so last night, that we just don't have the Jimmies and Joes. We have to invest more into soccer. We got to believe more into soccer in this country. And I'm not saying that soccer needs to be the football or the basketball. You know, it doesn't have to be that in this country. But if we can just make soccer something where kids will want to aspire to be in, we have enough guys. We have enough athletes in this country where we can really do things. And nobody's saying that we need to have Argentina speed or Brazilian speed. But it also wouldn't hurt for us to be a little more tactical. Now, that's not only on the kids, that's on the coaches. Because, now, for Jurgen is doing the best he can with what he has. Those Jimmies and Joes he put out there were the best the United States had to offer. But we don't seem to be, for our athletic disadvantages, we don't tend to overcome them or offset them by being tactical. We're not. Like, we tend to get opened up really easy by plays that look very basic. And like the Colombia thing, we got opened up by a corner, like in the 7th minute. And we don't get our fair share of free kicks. When you are at an athletic disadvantage, you got to do a better job of defending set pieces and getting your own on set pieces. You got to be tactically sound. And as far as the Jurgen attacking philosophy, when you play teams like Argentina, I completely understand why Jurgen was in the bind last night. Yeah, he promised attacking football, but we don't got it. You don't just launch out there. Chile just beat Mexico's behind 7-0. And had we come in with a Mexico mindset, we're going to attack, no matter what, we would have given up at least 8 goals last night. And at some point, you're kind of like, you know what, this is for pride. We're going to play this game. We're not going to give up. And we're just tired of getting scored on. And, of course, you get scared of opening yourselves up because you already got burnt 3 or 4 times. So that's what happened to us last night. It was a complete and clear drubbing. But not too many people were extremely surprised by what happened last night. The lack of shots was problematic. Probably the fact that we only had 32% possession, that was problematic. But the end result is the end result. They have world-class players, and we do not. So if we can work on that, and that's not going to happen overnight, but we can work on just building our talent here in this country, we can get better at that. And not only from an athletic standpoint, we have athletes here. So I think that might be a money issue. The fact that our soccer league just doesn't have a lot of money going around it compared to the ones in Europe, while our basketball and football leagues have money flowing all over the place. So that's where your athletes are going. Combine that with the fact that it would not hurt for us to be a little more tactical in this country. Like, I think Pirlo, who plays for NYCFC, I believe, came out and said the MLS is kind of like running back and forth. There's not a lot of tactical stuff to it. And when you watch Team USA, you get that. Because Team USA is a bunch of MLS stars. But you can clearly tell we're not very tactical. And that not only on the players, that's on the coaches. So we got to figure stuff out. It is what it is. We still have another game left. And by the time you watch this video, we'll be either playing Colombia or Chile. But no, that's going to be a tough game too. We're not going to be out there attacking, but we will have our players back. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Because Chile did just beat Mexico 7-0. And Colombia's the third best team in the world. Chile's the fifth best team in the world. So that's another test. But we're going to use this as a benchmark. Our team is not where they need to be. They're only 31 in the world right now. There's plenty of room to grow. But we'll see. Benchmark ourselves. I think we've had a good Copa up until this point. If you told me after that Colombia game that we would have routed Costa Rica like that, beaten Paraguay gritty 1-0, and then beat Ecuador 2-1 when we got a red card. Granted, they had a red card, but 10 on 10 in all that space really favored Ecuador at that point. That's a win for us. It is. It is. So we'll see. We're playing with house money this Saturday. So that's Copa. I'm really proud of the Americans. They really showed up. Yesterday was not fun, but it is what it is. When you play the number one team in the country, you cannot afford to fall behind early. So that's Copa in the bow. Of course, Argentina will be playing for the championship, I think, on Sunday. We'll be playing the third place game. Colombia and Chile will be playing tonight, and winner will go and play Argentina in the final. So that's Copa America.